go to ancestry.com/JamieandNikki and you can get 10% off this awesome package.
So basically what Ancestry DNA is they are like a family tree service. I personally don't know a lot about my ancestry, about my family background, and they provide a service where literally all you have to do is provide a saliva sample, which is pretty amazing. It's something that I've wanted to do for quite a while because I have been curious about my ancestry, and
I think ancestry is just something that everyone should be curious about.
I think especially when you become a parent, you start becoming a little bit more curious because you know that one day your child is going to ask you about this sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it's something that also gets you thinking about it even more once you've done it, or even like while you're waiting for your results. It's got me talking to my parents about their parents, their grandparents, and questioning them about all of this stuff, and it started some really interesting conversations. And
Jamie found, do you find 3 distant cousins?
yeah, I found 3 third and fourth cousins by doing this, people who had also done the test, which was like really crazy.
So it basically connects you with distant cousins that you may have not even known existed.
And
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was really exciting for me because I've got like literally a handful of cousins. So I was like, wow, there's more of us out there.
I know, compared to my family's family.
Yeah,
like
your family is huge and mine's just like...
I don't even know everyone in my family. That's how big they are.
I call my family niche.
Luke, you're gonna have to stop snoring if you're gonna be part of this video. He insisted on being part of this video and I said, okay, fine. You can sit in if you don't snore. And now he's all up in here snoring. And now he's giving me the innocent eyes.
I think he's a little bit salty that he can't trace his family tree as well.
Oh, sorry
buddy.
It's okay. You're part of our family. You're just a Perkins, okay?
For the record, he's King Charles Cavalier, and we're pretty sure that he's got a little bit of Jack Russell in him as well.
So should we just dive into our results?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll do mine first. My one was pretty straightforward. It was pretty much everything I was expecting to get.
No surprises like mine?
Yeah, no, not really any surprises. Pretty much I'm like the whitest dude on earth, which explains why I can't get a tan no matter how much I try. Also, another interesting thing about this test is you can test 2 people from the same family and you're gonna get slightly different results because we all get different amounts of DNA from different ancestries, if that makes sense. So with me, pretty much my mum's side really dominated the spectrum. I am 100% European. I was kind of hoping that there might be like a little bit of something else out there.
Ethnic stuff, yeah.
But now I'm like 100% European. I'm 70% British, which made my mum pretty happy. And then I'm 19% Irish, which is pretty much British in a way in my eyes. No offense to anybody out.
They're gonna be mad.
Yeah, I'm probably offending someone. Sorry about that, guys, but yeah, I kind of see it as British. Then I'm 5% Italian, 3% from Finland or Northwest Russia, 2% Scandinavian, and 1% East European. So that pretty much made sense. I kind of expected some of the other countries to maybe have a slightly higher percentage, but...
How much was that Italian?
5.
Oh, so that explains why you can't tan. I was gonna say, if you have Italian in you, you should be able to tan a little bit.
Well,
that's why sometimes you get a slight tan on your arms. That may be explained.
Well, different parts of Italy, they're darker than others. Like people from Sicily are darker, whereas Calabrese are a little bit lighter. It also explains why I'm so obsessed with pasta.
Yeah, that probably does.
I think that 5%.
I should have some Italian in me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Seriously. So my results. I am 86% from Africa.
No surprises there.
Are you shocked? I'm not shocked at all. Okay, and within Africa, I am 57% Africa Southeastern Bantu, 21% from Nigeria, 5% North African, and 3% Senegal.
People are always asking if you're from Senegal, so that kind of makes sense.
They are, yeah. That's usually the first guess people say when they, you know, when they know where I'm from.
Maybe you're related to Akon.
Maybe.
What up, Akon? Can we come over next weekend?
Right, I'm not related to Akon.
My wife's related to you.
I'm not related to Akon. It would have showed up in my thing. So that covers all of the Africa in me. And I'm also 13% Middle Eastern and 1% Islander, which that kind of was...
That was a big surprise.
Very big surprise. I'm like, what?
I wonder where that
Some
comes
Africa
from.
in me.
I really want to know. I think that would be so cool to find out where that actually comes from if you could trace that.
Take it back to Africa though, because my biggest percentage was Africa's southeastern Bantu. I had heard of the Bantu tribe, but I didn't know too much about it. But this test actually sparked an interest for me to go ahead and, you know, research more about the Bantu tribe. And what I did find out was they were the biggest migration in all of history out of any country ever. And they migrated
cool.
all over Africa and, you know, at some point ended up in South Sudan, which I think is really, really cool.
And yeah, I thought what else was really cool about this was it started you thinking about how passionate you were about being South Sudanese. Because when you first looked at this, you're like, oh, I'm South Sudanese, we're Sudanese on this. And it really got you thinking about how passionate you are about being South Sudanese. But then it also started making you think, oh yeah, how am I going to teach Ava about her ancestry and about where her people come from? So it was really interesting that you could trace it back just a little bit further than, you know, just South Sudan.
Yeah, exactly. It just opens a whole new conversation. And I'm excited to do some more research. And the more South Sudanese people take this test, the more country specific the results are gonna be. Because right now it says Africa, Southeastern Bantu, but within that region, there's so many countries. And I feel like as more South Sudanese people take this test, it's going to
just become a little bit more specific in the final results. Exactly. But it doesn't take away from the fact that you have the Bantu like way down the line, which is really cool.
That's really cool.
Like I never knew anything about that, and even me, it's got me like doing research about it. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool, because I've always been really into history. I just love knowing the root of things, because I feel like without understanding the past, we can't really understand the future. I think our pasts, our ancestry, our family background is really, really important. And this has sparked so many conversations in our household about our background, about our cultures and stuff like that. So it's been a really awesome experience.
I would love to see my mum and dad take the test, or like my brothers and sisters take the test, and just see like what's different.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see my mum take the test as well, to see if any of the
Scottish.
yeah, and to see if any of the European that she doesn't really think is from her side, she thinks is from my dad's side, if maybe some of it's from her as well. And
don't give your mum a heart attack. You know,
sorry,
she wants to see Scotland on there.
And if you guys want to learn a little bit more about your ancestry, we have the discount code. It's in the description box below. And this is a global service, so it's available in all different countries, not just Australia. So I definitely recommend checking it out. And I'd really love to hear some of your results as well. So there's a hashtag, #MyAncestry. Definitely hashtag it. Leave your results in the comments as well, because I'm really excited to hear what you guys find out. And I'm really excited to hear if you guys find some cousins like I did as well, because I just, that blew me away that I could do a test and find relatives that I would have never ever found.
Where do they live, by the way, your relatives?
2 of them live in the UK and 1 of them lives in the US.
Oh, cool. Oh, and also, if you're South Sudanese and you take this test, I would love to see your results. So please email me your results so I can compare, because that would be awesome.
Thanks for watching this video, and thanks for the support. It's always great when we can work with cool brands like Ancestry. And if you like